Welcome to StarWatch Now, your front row seat to all the hottest gossip, drama, and breaking news from the world of entertainment. If it's trending, shocking, or star-studded, we're covering it. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss what's coming next. What happens when one of Asia's biggest stars quietly walks into a Canadian supermarket and walks out with a storm of speculation? Tonight on StarWatch Now, we uncover the surprising encounter that has fans across the globe buzzing. On an ordinary afternoon in Vancouver, the kind that feels both calm and fleeting, the city seemed to carry its usual rhythm. People rushing home from work, parents guiding their children through the aisles of a busy supermarket, sunlight falling in soft fragments across the polished floor tiles. It was here, in this unassuming setting, that an extraordinary moment unfolded. Among the rows of neatly arranged produce and shelves stacked with everyday necessities, a figure appeared who instantly shifted the atmosphere. It was Wang Yibo, one of Asia's most celebrated stars, walking not with the presence of a man shielded by fame, but with the ease of someone living a simple, private moment. Dressed in a plain white t-shirt and dark trousers, his look was effortless, yet it carried the kind of quiet charisma that makes ordinary surroundings feel cinematic. To those who noticed him, it was as though reality had been momentarily transformed into the opening scene of a drama. Familiar, yet infused with an air of wonder. He moved calmly through the aisles, not rushing, not hiding, as though the world outside did not demand answers to the many questions surrounding his life. The soft hum of the supermarket's background music and the faint chatter of shoppers framed the encounter, but all eyes seemed drawn to him. Without a mask, his expression was bare to the world, his presence both vulnerable and confident at once. It was a rare glimpse of an idol stripped of stage lights and film sets, a moment where the boundary between celebrity and ordinary man seemed to blur. Yet the sighting carried more than curiosity, it carried weight. For fans who have waited over a year for his return to the screen, this sudden appearance was a revelation. Why here? Why now? The sight of him alone in such an everyday place sparked countless emotions. Admiration, surprise, and even longing. It was as though this quiet afternoon had opened a hidden window into his life, showing a side that felt genuine and human, while still cloaked in mystery. The supermarket, in that instant, became more than just a place of groceries. It became the stage for speculation, hope, and wonder. A reminder that even in the most ordinary spaces, extraordinary stories can begin. Curiosity has always been the invisible thread connecting celebrities to their audiences. And in the case of Wang Yibo, that thread feels unbreakable. When news broke of his quiet appearance in a Canadian supermarket, the questions began to multiply as though the entire encounter were an unsolved puzzle waiting for interpretation. Why was he there? Why had he chosen this moment, after more than a year away from the cameras, to surface in such an ordinary setting? His fans, spread across continents, could not ignore the timing. With his career seemingly on pause for over 400 days and whispers of a contract nearing its end, the sighting carried an air of significance that went far beyond a simple grocery run. It felt like a message, though unspoken, and one that ignited a storm of speculation. For admirers who have watched his journey from rising idol to acclaimed actor, his absence has been both confusing and painful. Each day without news of a new project has left room for theories to grow, and every public appearance, no matter how mundane, becomes charged with meaning. To see Wang Yibo not on a film set or red carpet but in a supermarket aisle was to encounter the paradox of stardom. How someone so extraordinary could appear so ordinary, yet even in that ordinariness, provoke more fascination than ever. Was this an intentional glimpse into his personal world, or merely coincidence? Was he living a life beyond the relentless pace of the entertainment industry, or was he preparing for something larger, something not yet revealed? The curiosity surrounding him is not born solely from gossip, but from genuine concern and admiration. His fans long to understand what he is seeking in this period of stillness. Some imagine he is gathering strength for a bold return, while others whisper that he is prioritizing his private happiness, perhaps even nurturing the relationship that rumors have linked to him for nearly a decade. Every unanswered question becomes fuel for imagination, and in the silence left by his absence from the screen, curiosity blooms into countless interpretations. What makes this moment powerful is not certainty, but mystery. Wang Yibo's presence abroad, his choice to appear so unguarded, and the timing of it all leave his followers standing on the edge of discovery. Curiosity turns the mundane into magic, a simple sighting into a story, and it is this very uncertainty that keeps millions watching, waiting, and wondering what chapter he will write next. Just when the sight of Wang Yibo alone in a Canadian supermarket already seemed extraordinary, attention quickly shifted to the figure walking near him, a woman whose presence ignited more questions than answers. To many, her outline, her posture, and the way she carried herself stirred immediate recognition, drawing comparisons to Qi Meihe, the name that has hovered around Wang Yibo's story like a shadow for nearly 8 years. In a world where a single glance can be interpreted as a confession, and where the faintest resemblance can set entire communities of fans ablaze, this moment became the beating heart of the encounter. Was she simply another shopper who happened to be captured in the same frame? Or was she truly the woman who has been at the center of long-standing whispers? The fascination with this possibility does not come from idle gossip alone. It comes from years of speculation that have refused to fade despite repeated denials. Fans have watched the rumors rise and fall like waves, never entirely disappearing, always returning with new strength when least expected. To imagine Qi Meihe by his side in that supermarket is to revisit a narrative of loyalty, secrecy, and resilience, a story that feels almost cinematic in its persistence. Some fans, filled with hope, see in this a love story strong enough to endure the pressures of fame and time. Others, more skeptical, dismiss it as coincidence or fabrication, pointing to the dangers of reading too much into blurred photos and fleeting moments. Yet, what makes the speculation so powerful is its emotional weight. The idea that Wang Yibo, a man whose every step has been scrutinized by millions, might have quietly nurtured a relationship for nearly a decade resonates deeply with those who crave authenticity in an industry often clouded by artifice. It touches on the human longing to believe that behind the fame and the carefully crafted public image lies a heart capable of devotion and constancy. Still, the mystery remains unresolved, and perhaps that is why it continues to captivate. The woman beside him could be anyone, or she could be the one figure fans have long associated with his most private self. In that ambiguity lies the true drama, because whether it is love, coincidence, or mere imagination, the uncertainty itself breathes life into the story, leaving audiences entranced, divided, and yearning for clarity that may never come. Fans analyzed the photo. Was it new or old? Was he shopping alone? Or was she truly with him? Some argued it was personal and should be left alone. Others insisted, a superstar's public outings are never just private moments. They are glimpses into a larger story. The debate wasn't only about a photo. It was about trust, loyalty, and the delicate line between private life and public fascination. And there's more. For over a year, Wang Yibo has stepped away from the film sets that once defined his rise. Awards, blockbuster hits, and then silence. Fans ask, has he shifted priorities? Is he taking time for himself? Or is this the calm before his next great storm? In an industry where scandals often destroy reputations, cheating, violence, betrayals, what if Wang Yibo is simply choosing stability, choosing a quiet commitment? To some, that possibility feels refreshing, even admirable. And yet, rumors swirl about Qi Meihe herself. Marriage abroad, stories that complicate the narrative even further. Suddenly, this isn't just a story about two people. It's a reflection of how we, the audience, crave stories of love, loss, and resilience. What's striking here is not only the photograph, but what it represents. Every move a celebrity makes is magnified. A grocery run becomes headline news. A simple smile can ignite thousands of comments. This tells us more about ourselves than it does about Wang Yibo. We want our stars to be human, but when they are, we question their every step. So where does that leave us? Did Wang Yibo and Qi Meihe share a quiet afternoon together? Or was it all imagination? Only time will answer. What we do know is this. Wang Yibo's story, whether on screen or off, continues to captivate, like a drama that never ends, Every chapter keeps us watching, waiting, wondering. Thank you for joining us on StarWatch Now. If the story sparked your curiosity, imagine what's next. Stay connected with us as we follow every twist, every headline, and every moment that matters in the world of stars. Backhand index pointing right, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to StarWatch Now, and hit the notification bell so you never miss the stories shaping entertainment across the globe. Until next time, stay inspired, stay curious, and keep watching the stars with us. Glowing star.